Maybe you've tried fixing your sleep, or your diet, or your focus routine, each one separately. And something still feels off. Here's what most people miss. 1. Mistimed meal can cascade into 8 problems. You eat too late, blood sugar spikes, your body can't cool down, sleep gets pushed back, you toss and turn, you wake up exhausted, you reach for caffeine before you're even dressed, and by 3 p.m., you're done. 1 timing error, 8 consequences. Think about an orchestra. Every musician is talented, every instrument is tuned, every part is ready. But if everyone isn't following the same tempo, it's just noise. The musicians didn't get worse, the instruments didn't break, the timing came apart. That's exactly what's happening when your biology isn't synchronized. Your sleep, your meals, your focus, each one works. But without the right timing holding them together, they compete instead of compound. When the timing is right, the results aren't additive, they're multiplicative. John learned this the hard way. On paper, everything looked perfect. He worked during his wolf peak hours, fixed his dopamine, ate his biggest meal at 6 p.m., slept midnight to 8:30. But something felt off. At 7 p.m., right when deep work should start, his body felt heavy. He'd eaten his biggest meal just 1 hour earlier. His body was still digesting, pulling blood away from his brain. At 10 p.m., when he wanted to wind down, his mind was wired. He'd been in deep focus since 7:30, 2.5 hours of intense work, and his brain was still running full speed. Each protocol was right. The order was wrong. John didn't need new protocols. He needed synchronization. Remember that chain reaction from the beginning? 1 late meal, 8 problems? That's not a one-time thing. It's happening in your body every single day. Your biology runs on cascades. One hormone triggers the next. Energy signals affect motivation. Sleep quality resets everything. And these cascades go both directions. A mistimed meal creates a negative cascade. That's what you felt in those 8 steps. But a correctly timed meal, that creates a positive cascade. You eat when your body is ready for it. Blood sugar stays stable. Energy holds through the afternoon. Your brain starts winding down on schedule. You fall asleep easily. You wake up clear. Same body, same food, opposite cascade. That's not additive. That's multiplicative. Here's the complete synchronization blueprint for each chronotype. Pay attention to the handoffs, the moments where one protocol bumps into another. That's where most people lose the stack. Lions, here's your synchronization problem. You already know your deep work runs 8 to noon. You already know your sleep starts at 9:30. But where do most lions put their biggest meal? Lunch, 1 p.m. That's the break in the stack. A big meal at 1 p.m. means your body is still digesting at 2 and 3, exactly when your energy is already dropping. Heavy digestion plus falling energy equals one thing: an afternoon wall you can't climb over. Move your biggest meal to 7 a.m. Here's what that unlocks. Big breakfast at 7. By the time deep work starts at 8, digestion is already winding down. Your brain gets full resources. Light lunch at noon. No blood sugar spike to flatten the afternoon. Light dinner before 6 p.m. Your body cools down on schedule. Sleep arrives naturally at 9:30. No protocol is fighting another protocol. The cascade runs forward. Bears, your break point is lunch timing. Your deep work runs 10 to 2. Your biggest meal should be lunch. But if that meal lands at noon, right in the middle of your focus block, Your body starts digesting while your brain is still ramping up. Both systems crash at once. The fix: push lunch to 1:30. Deep work runs clean from 10 to 1. Your body processes the big meal after focus closes, not during it. One shift, the whole stack clicks. Wolves: your break point is the dinner to deep work handoff. 6 p.m. dinner, 7:30 deep work. That's only 90 minutes, but digestion takes 2 to 3 hours. Your body is still processing when your best focus window opens. Deep work starts at half capacity. The fix: move dinner to 5 p.m. 1 hour earlier. Digestion finishes by 7:30. Deep work opens with full brain power. The wolf stack doesn't need more discipline. It needs one meal moved 60 minutes earlier. Dolphins: your synchronization works differently from the other three. For lions, bears, and wolves, the stack breaks at a specific handoff point, one moment where two protocols collide. For dolphins, the break isn't one moment. It's variability cascading across all four at once. One late dinner pushes sleep back. Pushed sleep means your brain doesn't fully reset overnight. A bad reset makes your afternoon focus window unstable. Unstable focus bleeds into evening. Evening stimulation delays sleep again. The whole stack unravels from one irregular meal. That's why your stack has a different starting point than everyone else's. Lions, bears, and wolves fix one handoff and the stack clicks. Dolphins need to stabilize everything at once. And the way you do that is by starting with the one thing that anchors everything else: your meals. Lock breakfast at 8, lock lunch at noon, lock dinner at 6. Same times, every day, including weekends. Here's what that stability buys you. Consistent meals anchor your nervous system. Anchored nervous system means you fall asleep at the same time. Consistent sleep protects your overnight brain reset. A clean reset makes your 4 to 6 p.m. focus window reliable. For every other chronotype, the stack builds from the top down. Wake time sets everything else. For dolphins, it builds from the middle out. Meals first, everything else follows. Once John stacked everything correctly, nothing felt forced. He didn't try harder. He didn't add anything new. He just moved the pieces into the right order. Before: mornings, fighting the alarm, coffee before his eyes were open. Afternoons, hitting a wall at 2 p.m., grinding through the fog. Evenings, wired or crashing, no middle ground. Sleep: 45 minutes of staring at the ceiling. After: mornings, awake before the alarm, clear before the coffee. Afternoons, steady energy through 3 p.m., no wall. Evenings, deep work arrived naturally at 7:30, no resistance. Sleep, asleep within 15 minutes, every night. Same person, same capacity, different system. Here's how to implement without overwhelm. Week 1, lock your wake time. Week 2, add dopamine architecture, map your traps, add friction. Week 3, shift meal timing, biggest meal when your body handles it best. Week 4, optimize your sleep window. 1 layer per week, no rushing. Let each system stabilize before stacking the next. You're not broken, you're not lazy, you don't lack discipline. You've been doing hard things on the wrong schedule. Now you have the full blueprint. When to wake and sleep, matched to your biology. How to focus without fighting your own brain. When to eat, so your energy doesn't crash when you need it most. How to sleep, so every night actually resets you. And the synchronization stack, that makes all 4 work together. This isn't about doing more. It's not about more discipline. It's about doing the right things at the right time for your biology. Build the stack. Track the results. Remember, 5 videos, 4 protocols, 1 insight underneath all of it. Your biology was never your enemy. It was waiting for you to listen.